A very good evening, Facebook fans, and welcome to another episode of #Jack's Chat and our Potters Live this evening. As you can tell, we're not in our usual studio. All I'm going to say is it worked perfectly fine before Buzby went in there yesterday. But because we're not in our studio, we don't have to stick by the rule of 6, which means we can have more people on here tonight answering your questions, because it is a it's a very important episode this evening because we're looking ahead to the future. We've talked a lot about the summer, what went well, what we enjoyed, but now we're going to answer as many of your questions as possible about the future of Potters and what's coming up next when we reopen. So I'm going to introduce you to some of the people we're going to be having a chat with this evening. Now, first off, to answer all of our questions, all entertainment, we've got our entertainment's director and Segway timer extraordinaire, Miss Nicky Hathway. Say hello to Nicky.
Hello.
Good evening, Nicky.
Good
How
evening.
are you doing this evening?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
Yes, very good, very good. Now, we've had a little bit of a chat with everyone else about the summer. Have you got any comments about the summer before we obviously look ahead to the future and before we discuss things later this evening?
It all seems a distant memory now, but it was a fantastic summer all round. We didn't always get the weather, but I can safely say I think we entertained everybody more than ever before, and we all had just the best time.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Nicky. Joining Nicky as well, a part of the entertainment team management. You usually see him sort of in the background a little bit, but he is a face around the resort. On our Potters Live, he's known as the Eyebrows. Please welcome Mr. Shane Balls.
Hello, hello.
Good evening, Shane. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Jack?
Good, thank you. Good. It's nice to have you on the Potters Live, and we're going to be discussing the next stages of Potters as well. So it'd be great to have your input this evening about the summer as well.
That was a great time. Nicky said, I know the weather wasn't great, but still, it was a great time. It was great to meet new people as well. I had so many new faces to meet. It was great.
We did, and hopefully many of them watching. Heather Fingleton saying hello, Shane, as well.
Yeah.
Comments. Make sure you put all your questions in the comments forms below. We're also joined by the one and only Mr. Mark Brewer.
Yes. Hello, everyone. And look, I'm wearing my West Ham mask.
Finally.
There we go. Looking very trendy this evening, Mark, as well.
West Ham are playing. They're going to be playing in 15 minutes, so I might just keep looking the wrong way. So ask questions now before the match starts.
If you disappear, we know why. And you dressed very trendy as well this evening. Double denim.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Jack. I am. Only because Yasmin's in, because she's a hot cheeky. Look, I can't see.
I'm surprised you didn't get your leg up there. Yeah,
Yasmin, look at that way.
Hello.
Also joined by Yasmin as well. Not necessarily a new member to the team, though, are you, Yas? Because you were with us.
I have been with you before, yes. I've been absent from Potters for a few years, but I'm back. And I'm so excited, and I can't wait.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're looking forward to obviously seeing a lot more of you around the resort now. And our future Potters Live will hopefully be talking about what you've been doing in the past and when you were last with us. But for now, we're going to be talking about all of the work you're putting together for when we reopen.
Absolutely, yeah. We're in all day, pretty much from morning till the evening, trying to look at the new programs where we're going to put everything and creating some fun activities for you all to join in with.
Perfect. Well, we're looking forward to speaking to you. We've also got with us, obviously, the man who needs no introduction because his name is above the door, Mr. John Potter as well. He's going to be joining us and answering our questions this evening. Hello, John.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Facebook.
Hello, John.
Nice to have you here with us tonight, John. And we're all very excited to hear what you've got to say about all the changes on the resort as well.
Yeah, nice to see you all, guys. It's been obviously closed now for 3 weeks, and it gets lonely, so we can't wait to get everyone back. And nice to see you, Yasmin. Looking lovely as always.
Oh, you cool dude.
Yeah, the cool dude, Mark, in the corner. And we've got Mike in the background. His hand is hovering over the mute button because joining us this evening for some reason. We've also got Mr. Buzby Allen as well. I don't know if are you going to be able to answer any questions this evening, Buzz?
Well, I've been told that you've got to mute me every time I open. Somebody's going to press them. That's an outrage.
And there we go, just demonstrating what's going to be happening this evening. But yeah, as you know, we've been talking about, we've obviously been closed. John, I assume you've been working very hard at preparing for when we reopen. But Nicky, what have you been doing, obviously, while we've been shut the last couple of weeks?
Well, we've been literally from the moment we closed, we've been working on what we're going to do to fit as much as we possibly can from the minute the guests wake up to the minute that they go to bed. So we've been playing around with the program, seeing where we can fit as much entertainment into our activities as possible, which I think we've achieved. We're almost there now, and we're just waiting for the guests to get back.
I've obviously popped in and seen you, and I've seen you working very hard. But have you been working hard over the last couple of weeks, Mark? What have you been up to?
No, the summer was exhausting. I tell you, it was a fantastic summer. In fact, the first week happened, and everybody went, "Crikey, is this how it's going to be? How are we going to survive?" But we did, and everyone worked so hard. It was a brilliant summer. Really loved it. Absolutely loved it. I had a great feel. The new South Terrace, which I hope we're going to see a little bit in October half term. I hope we get to use it a little bit because it's such a special place. That is, John. Thank you for thinking of that idea. But no, I went to. Only just got back from yesterday from Devon. And do you know you had this rough weather in Norfolk, this unbelievable bad weather? It was gorgeous. The sun, I was in short sleeves. It was literally sunbathing weather down in Devon, which is not normal because I always laugh at the Devon people, always tell the family down there that we get all the sunshine in the East Coast. But we missed all the rain, the house, lovely. So I had a lovely time. Thank you.
Yeah, while obviously Nicky and John and everyone else was preparing to reopen, you were having a lovely sunny old time down.
Thank you.
Yaz, obviously you've just joined us, so you're preparing for when we're reopening. Do you want to answer a little bit about when we're reopening?
Yes, so we are reopening next week. It's so soon. Oh my goodness, we've got literally just a few days left now to put all the finishing touches on everything. And then we can't wait to welcome everybody back to the resort. It's going to be so exciting.
Yes, John, Monday is that start date. We're reopening. Are you excited as we are?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, when this all kicked off, I honestly didn't think we were going to open for the summer. And then we put a plan together and we created the restaurant suites and the South Terrace, as Mark mentioned, and we the team pulled all the stops out, and we did have a great summer, and now to be able to invest in some new areas and then start to reopen Monday is very, very exciting. I can't wait and to get people back and safely sort of have fun again.
No, yeah, you've worked very hard to keep everyone safe as well. And many people in the comments, so they're saying that they're coming. If you are coming in October to the resort, make sure you let us know. And if you've got any questions, we'll do our best to answer them for you. Buzby, are you excited?
I can't wait. I've been in for the last couple of weeks. We've been doing all the quizzes, getting all some new quizzes and getting all the stuff ready. And in actual fact, you will not believe the conversations of even something like wedding wangling and how much we're trying to make sure that every centimetre is making sure that we give you your space and we're making sure that people are safe, not just for wedding throwing, but for everything. So you guys, you are in for an awesome trip. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
It is exciting. Buzz, you mentioned the quizzes there. Obviously, you now have to stick to the rule of 6. That's across the resort there. John, do you want to talk us through this rule of 6? Because it's confusing at the best of times, isn't it?
Well, I think, I don't want to get drawn on politics, but yes, it's certainly very confusing for everybody. But the rule of 6, to be fair, is, fairly simple on the surface. 6 people in a bubble, but of course if you live with more than 6 people, then your bubble can be bigger and you can join together with a support bubble, which means that if you are joining with someone who lives on their own, who can also, by the way, have children under 18, so a bubble could be, for example, 8 people that live together, along with a sister with kids or some kind of so you can get bigger bubbles, but the general rule of course is that we stick to our bubbles, and that's actually from any household. So actually it's better perhaps than it was, where we were sort of talking about 2 households only getting together. we can now get together with 6 friends or 6 people from different households, and as long as we stick to that group of friends, we can come away and have a good time. So actually, I think whilst it was a bit of a shock when all the rules are changing, and when we really analyse it, this gives a lot more people an opportunity to come away and have fun in small groups. So it's not all bad.
No, and obviously in a safer environment to do so as well. And the seating, obviously, we've got. We're looking forward to opening the garden lounge as well. It's all, as over the summer, it's all laid out, socially distanced and safe to do so, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, it's a huge space, knocking the terrace bar into the small sports hall. And it's something that we've actually had on the cards to do for a long time. We've always thought as the terrace bar was sometimes very busy when Mark was on, not when Buzby was on, just when Mark was on. And but seriously, it was a busy, and it was obviously, needed expanding anyway, and social distancing gave us the suddenly the urgency to say, well, let's just do that. What the team have really planned there, with Celia and Jane and Andrew Broom and everybody who's put such a wonderful plan together, it's going to be the hub. I mean, it was Buzby. It was your hub, really, wasn't it? The sports hall, the small sports hall.
It was the Potters hub. It was the heart of Potters.
It is. It's that central point. Shane, obviously, you've been in working hard with Nicky, setting the programme out. For someone who hasn't obviously been working as closely as John has into the redesign of that area, do you want to talk us through a little bit about that new garden lounge, where it is, where it used to be, and what we can look forward to seeing when we reopen next Monday?
Absolutely. So yeah, like John said, we've got obviously where the small sports hall was and the terrace bar. We're now knocking that into one big venue for you all. So you'll be able to see live entertainment in there, like from your Roxy's to your Frasers, your Shawns, and the band in there as well. And you'll also be able to meet our entertainers with quizzes and all sorts. There's so much more going on in that room now. And again, all social distance, enough space for everybody, all safe at all times. It's going to be really good.
I think
really space up, isn't it? John, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I need to get used to this, don't I? Butting in. But there's going to be a double stack stage or a 2-story stage in there, which is going to be quite, with a band above and then obviously the full stage below. And then we've knocked out the terrace bar in terms of, we had all these sort of bits in the way, which were in the way of social distancing. So we've cleared it out. And it really is, as I say, a really big space. And we've got another big space in the boulders bar area where we've also got lots of seating and stage. All the 6 rinks are covered, so there's lots of space there. And of course, you've got the theatre, and together for a lot less people, it's a huge amount of space. And I think, as we alluded to, the new garden bar and the next phase will be hopefully to extend that onto the family green to connect it all up. And that's going to be, I think, it will transform that hub into just a wonderful sort of meeting place for people to get together in their groups, in their bubbles of 6, and I'm really excited to see it. But I will say, just to be clear, we will open the terrace bar, which is now nearly finished. It will be finished by Monday, but the small sports hall area with the double stack stage, that's probably going to be half term. And well, it will be half term. We're aiming at half term, so the entire room won't be ready for Monday.
It's a big transformation, isn't it, John? And that's why. But we're opening, as you said, just to clarify, there we're opening that terrace bar section, or what was the terrace bar? We're going to open that to enjoy during the October period. But we've also, with that, we've now got the bowlers bar area that we're going to be using, haven't we?
But sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but can I just say that we keep missing the point? The quality of the workmanship and the transformation of the terrace bar to what it is now in 2 weeks is absolutely outstanding. The Potters people coming to see, they're just going to go, where did all this come from? It's awesome, awesome, awesome.
I think you're right, and we've been fortunate enough to have that insight. John, you were talking there about it being sort of the new hub, as the South Terrace was. But Nicky, what can we look forward to? I know Shane did touch on that. What can we look forward to in this new garden lounge when it was completely finished?
Well, We're going to be doing more live music than ever before. So a complete variety of music in there at different times. We're going to theme some sets from the people that your regular singers, the faces that you recognise, but we'll have Mark in there with Jack, yourself and James, creating the normal chaos and fun. But it'll also be an area people can just sit, have a drink, have a hot chocolate, anything they want, and just sit, chill out, relax, and just enjoy the whole environment.
No, so it's something I know for one, I'm looking forward to. Mark, are you looking forward to getting into that new space as well?
Yeah, I'm totally intrigued, Nick. So we're looking at 2 rooms where we're going to have entertainment going on, 2 live rooms. So that's exciting in itself, that people, because obviously with the COVID and you can only get 200 odd people in the theatre, which then you've got to have other live entertainment. And once again, Potter's recognised this, and we've got you more entertainment, more live. So it's exciting
for the future. We've got a question here from JJ Wilson. Will the screen stay so you can see the entertainment in different locations, including the rooms? Obviously, a big thing over the summer. Nicky or Shane, do you want to answer what the next step of Potters Live is going to be?
Yeah, we'll still be streaming, so you will still be able to see entertainment from the theatre going on in your private lounges and in your rooms around resorts. So yes, Potters Live is as big as ever from the summer, and we'll continue to expand upon it.
Brilliant stuff. We've got another question here. Also interested in knowing what happens after 10 o'clock with the new rules. Again, yes, the 10 o'clock rules. John, I think, are you the person to ask on this one? What are the changes around the resort with this new 10 o'clock curfew?
Yeah, well, luckily, Oliver Dowden was generous towards theatres. So we, as long as the show starts before 10 o'clock, one is allowed to continue until it's closed. And we normally start our shows between sort of around about 9:30. So the show will go on as normal, and at 9:30, and people will be able to enjoy that until the end of the show. And I think most people then often drift off to bed anyway, because it obviously can go on a little bit. So on that front, we're okay. But of course, the other areas, we will have to close the bars very strictly at 10 o'clock because it's the law. And, we want to keep everyone safe, but also, we've got to help the fight against the virus and do what's right. So, but of course, people can then go back to their private lounges where there's a magic fridge and they can carry on, or go back to their rooms and in their bubbles, of course. And but we will have to do last orders at there can't be any more drinks served, and we'll have to clear drinks at 10 and really be encouraging people to start to drift away. But that'll be after a very, very long day of lots and lots of fun and lots more entertainment than ever. It's a price we have to pay in a pandemic to make sure that we can keep on top of it and stay open. Because I think if we all partied till the early hours and everyone got slaughtered and started hugging and everything, then eventually we'd all be closed down. So it's a price to pay. I'm not sure it's one I necessarily agree with, because as I was saying, we are probably the safest, most controlled environment with huge space for people to spread out. And it is better that they do it there than perhaps going back to, or talking about 10 o'clock curfews generally, going back to, on the tube, on the metro, and back to the unregulated houses and everything else. I honestly think that perhaps the regulation is a broad instrument or a big sledgehammer, which has affected us when really we were probably well suited for people to sit in their little groups well away from each other. But we shall see how that pans out, and we do think honestly though that there's so much going on that by the time the show's finished at 11 o'clock or whatever, I think most people are probably ready for the next day anyway.
No, I think you're right. I mean, we do provide so much, and those show start times obviously always start before 10 o'clock, depending on whether Mark carries on or not. The start time always varies when you get involved, doesn't it, Mark?
I apologise. It's usually my fault. I'm sorry. It usually is.
At least you can still enjoy those. You can still enjoy the performances on the Potters Live screens in your private lounges. Now, the entertainment suites were a big hit across the summer. But what exactly is a private lounge? We're calling it private lounge now, aren't we, John? What does that now cover?
Oh, me again. Oh, gosh. When we first looked at this, obviously when they came in and said social distancing in restaurants, actually it was a wonderful it was a wonderful thing that we had the largest restaurant on the East Coast. And you think, well, actually, at least we have got a very big restaurant and we can get people very safely distanced in there. But of course, in doing that, we had to drop the numbers on resort, which meant that we had rooms that we couldn't sell. And then obviously that then led to thinking, well, actually, people can dine safely in these hotel rooms. We can turn those into, restaurant suites, as we called them then. And we opened, when everyone else was closing restaurants, we opened 50 new restaurants. And as you say, they were a huge hit in the summer, but people didn't use them as restaurants only. They ate in there, yes, but they used them as a lounge. They were in there, day and night with their parties, having fun. And so we realized that really the cause or the main reason for using them, apart from the fact you have to eat, is a social space which is private. And so they're now going to be called private lounges. And obviously that means it's really an extension to your bedroom, where it's obviously there isn't a bed in there, just to be clear. It is a completely separate room, but it is only available to you and your private group. And after 10 o'clock, there will be no service in there. There will be no, but you've got your own space. A little bit like you would if you booked an Airbnb or something, and you'd have your own space. You've got your own space at Potters, and that I think allows those that want to carry on in their bubble to do so
to enjoy their time together. Yeah,
and that gives that takes the edge off a little bit. I think for those people booking those, the 10 o'clock curfew on drinking, as long as you're doing it in private and you're not sharing that with anyone else, which we will obviously have to enforce and be clear on, but you're effectively in your own room. And that means really that the night for you can carry on and you're not near anybody who's sleeping, because these are all completely self-contained, away from all the sleeping accommodation. And I think that gives us something actually very unique in the whole country. I don't think anybody else is able to offer, a post sort of private space like that after all that. And of course, we will still be streaming, as we said earlier, the show into the suites and other things all day. We'll be doing various, I say all day, but whenever we're doing the streaming, there will be lots of things going on in the suites. I can't say exactly when, but there's a lot of streaming going on. And it'll be quizzes, or whether it be entertainment or singers and shows. And I think, on that basis, it's, it'll be a great place for people to not feel isolated.
Yeah, and I said at the start there, obviously it's a big hit over the summer. Mark, I think you'll agree, the breakfasts in there were a big hit, weren't they, Mark?
You keep making it so that we're so naughty. You make us feel guilty. But yes, the breakfasts in the suites were fantastic. I do apologise for us sitting outside demanding to be served so they could serve us. For the poor waiter and waitress had to come and give us food as well. But the suites were fantastic this year. I mean, if that was one big major plus, as well as the South Terrace, they loved their suites. Everyone. There wasn't anyone that didn't love them. John, you're going to say something?
Only that you mentioned about the food. I didn't mention the fact that you've got this butler button in the fridge. In the room, where instead of having a set lunch, which used to be over an hour, as it were, we've now gone more inclusive, or completely inclusive, in fact. But now we have our breakfast, and then afterwards, or for most of the day, there's an all-day menu where you can press your butler button when you're in the suites and order from a menu, which you took great advantage of, I know, in the summer, Mark.
Now, obviously you said about lots going on throughout the day as well to enjoy yourselves. So the evenings. So Yaz, can we talk a little bit about what you're putting together? Because crafts as well was a big part of the summer. We talked to Faye the other day about that, but what can we look forward to when we do reopen on Monday in terms of the crafts and the quizzes and things like that?
Absolutely. So yeah, we've been putting a program all together. So the crafts, we've actually moved to Zest 3 at the moment. So we've got a nice big room for plenty of people, so that when you are doing crafts, you've got enough space between you, you're completely social distance, and we've got lots of amazing crafts coming up. continuing on with Potter's Rocks, I think you started in the summer. That was such a big hit that we are carrying on with that as well, which is a really nice thing. Obviously, we live right on the coast with all of the rocks right along the shoreline, so you get to take them home, get to paint them, and it's a nice little memorabilia that you can keep. We're also doing coasters and masks, actually, because at the moment, masks is a big thing. Obviously, you all must wear your masks. I don't have one right now, but I'm okay. I'm by myself. So, but you do need to have them on. You can jewel them up, put some little pens on, make them your own mask, and you can wear them around the resorts as well. And we've got lots of fun and exciting things coming up, as well as what Buzby said earlier. We're working on so many quizzes right now. Me and Buzz have just made a couple of quizzes together, haven't we, Buzz, over the last couple of days?
Oh, so yeah, can't wait to put them out. They're great.
We're very excited about it. But yeah, we've got lots and lots coming up for you. So very, very excited to basically put it out there and for everybody to enjoy.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant. And Buzz, you are the quiz king. Can you give us a little bit of a hint at what we can expect with the quizzes?
Ooh.
No.
No.
Because you know why? People are going to... No, because I know what people are like. They want to swat up on them.
I do, Buzz.
We go through everything. Anything you can think of, we've got a quiz to do, from planets to seas to countries to music to what was their biggest hits, what's the best things. So Clever Clogs, me and James are going to be putting stuff together. It's going to be unbelievable.
Unbelievable. We had a question there, John, about if there was going to be any music after 10 o'clock. So is that going to be streamed into the room? Obviously, if the show is finished, will there be music streamed through the Potters live service? That was a question that just came up a moment ago.
Yeah, so the show is streamed onto the televisions all around resort, but into the suites as well, and into the rooms as well. If you haven't got a suite, you're still going to have the show beamed back into your rooms. And that obviously will go on till the show finishes. So it really depends on. I think I'll revert to Nicky on this one because it's getting quite late then at that point. So I think some nights there may be some things. It depends really what time the show finishes and whether there's a call for it. But we will be basically trying to entertain people all the time. So the answer is, if there's a call for it and everything is yes, I think we will. But the details and the timings, I'm going to revert to Nicky.
We'll be streaming live entertainment till at 11 o'clock at the earliest. So on every night of every break, 11 o'clock would be the earliest that any entertainment being streamed will stop. But there will be music still being played in bars and resort as well. So there'll be always somewhere that you can sit in a nice ambiance.
It's great, and it's great to have that live stuff keep coming through as we did over the summer, Nicky, because that was. The live music until late was very popular as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and what's really, really good as well is that we have our text message service as well. So with Potters Live, we have our 60777 number that you can text a message to any of us at any time, whether that be to a DJ and you want to request a song, or you just want to have a shout out for our Potters Live broadcasts in the morning and in the evening. So there's opportunities for you to communicate with us all day, every day. Oh dear.
And that text service was a great thing over the summer. Really useful to get your messages across to us. Shane, do you want to explain a little bit about the text messaging service and what people can use it for, the different things?
Absolutely. Well, I used it a couple of times when you were DJing. On the South Terrace, I'd request my favourite song, like by Lady Gaga, all sorts, Absolutely. So you can do things like that as well. Nicky said, request songs. Obviously, when the guys are on Potters Live, you can send your questions in. You can challenge our team as well. We did a voting thing throughout the summer. We did our Ice Bucket Challenge where we asked you guys to vote for what entertainer should get it at the end of their break. So sadly, I think Buzby and Mark got it quite a few times, I believe.
Well, Mark got it the once, which was a complete shock.
He never got that. Buzby got it lots.
He did. Now, John, you mentioned about being unique. We're quite unique with our new Potters Live streaming service. We're quite unique with what we've been doing with all of the entertainment suites or the new hospitality suites, lounges, what we're calling now. I've got it written down somewhere. But we're also unique now as being the UK's only all-inclusive resort. Do you want to tell us about this, the next step here, about this, offering more now?
Yeah, and I think that's really what we've always tried to do at Potters, is to give more and more. And that is, I guess, we were the first to start the holiday centre. I'm going to avoid the word camp. The holiday camp movement back in the day as the first, we were the first pioneering family in it. We're now the last because they've been either closed or taken over by these big sort of private equity deals or whatever. And all of these sort of big financial institutions, they are taking everything away. And I'm really want to be on the side of the consumer, I suppose, where we want to give more, where everybody else is treating everyone like a walking wallet. And it isn't just about, and I really want to stress, it's not just about drinks, because we're talking, everything that we already give at Potters, which is obviously your accommodation, your entertainment, your sports, your leisure, your activities. So you've got family-friendly, all-inclusive. You're not having to pay £35 to get on a Segway like you do at Centre Parks, and the kids can have an ice cream and a drink. And so it's not all about, what I call drinking, because actually when you say sort of entertainment, activities, leisure, sport, food and drink is like the sixth thing on the list. And it's important, of course, but we want to be very, very clear. And I don't want to sound like a party pooper here, because I like a party and I occasionally like a drink, but we are not going down the route of stag, hen do's, all-inclusive madness in that front. And I think the reason we can do this is because we have such a friendly head start over and above our competitors. We're not going to take the stag and the hens, and we're going to get people, obviously, who want to come and enjoy the fact that they haven't got a big bill they're racking up at the end of their break, and they can freely buy a drink or go on a Segway or whatever it is they're doing, and just be free to enjoy the holidays without worrying what the kids are spending. And it's that we want to get across. And I'm going to be very, very careful to keep Potters friendly family atmosphere and stop any sort of COVIDiots, I think is the word, and we're not calling them, aren't we? Any idiots, as it were. Yeah. But we still want to have a lot of fun. So all inclusive is I think something that was the biggest growing thing abroad. Everybody wanted to go sort of all inclusive on cruises, and we've got much more luxury abroad. But of course now nobody wants to go abroad, so we're bringing that now to the UK and to be the only option, or the UK's only all inclusive resort. So I'm really excited. To be offering value, really, and I suppose, as I say, trying to offer something that one, no one else would dare to do, and two, that I think is totally unique in the UK market. I'm sure it's going to be, very popular with our regulars, because at the end of the day, it's freedom. It's freedom on holiday, just to have a carefree break.
It's so important, John, and not only that. I mean, it's important with the family point of view, with the kids, knowing that the kids can go and have an ice cream, they can have a drink, whatever drink they're having, and it's not always draining for mum and dad trying to find a bit of change out of their pocket. I think that's as is important. That's why I go fully inclusive when I go abroad, because I just relax, let the kids get what they want to get, and that is again another big bonus.
I think you're completely right, though. Yeah, no, it's it's just that next step for us, isn't it? Next step, Mark. Are you happy about this?
It can't be 6-0. They're having me on, these people. I hate them.
But can I just say, the great thing about Potters is that when people walk in the door, because of the atmosphere and what it is, we've got a fantastic reputation. People treat the place with respect. And the fact that it's going to be free alcohol, we've done it so many times. They come in and everybody treats it with respect. So you're in a great place. So do you know what I'm saying? So it's a good one, great one.
And we're not. I know it's worth pointing out. I think we treat people with respect because we give them what they want. There aren't really any limits. Unlike a lot of all inclusive, where they're going to say it's just. There's no sort of what I call popular brands, its own brand stuff, and they're giving cheap. I'm not going to say watered down stuff, but you know what I mean. They're really sort of saying you can have this, but we don't do that at Potters. And whilst there will be a premium list for those people who want to upgrade, say, for example, from free Prosecco to a Moët champagne, of course you can pay for the Moët because there's nothing wrong with the Prosecco really, or you can have your your Smirnoff vodka, but you can also upgrade to a Grey Goose if you really wanted to. But there's nothing wrong with your Bacardis and your Smirnoffs and all the normal brands. So we give people everything. We treat them with respect. We're not taking, as I say, this sort of what I call the large stag hen type environment. And on that basis, people can safely, in addition to the safety on COVID, but safely in an environment of freedom, I think enjoy that sort of that value that we will be able to offer. And we're so close to doing that anyway. I mean, over the years, we do 4 meals a day, all the sports, the leisure, the entertainment, it's all there anyway. We're just adding that little bit extra
that we're offering, a little bit extra, as well as everything else that we do offer. I've got another. I know we touched on this earlier. Do we have to come as a group to Potters, or can we still come as a couple? And we did touch on this earlier, didn't you, John? That it was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I came across wrong, because obviously in the private lounges it's 4 and above, or 4 to 6 now. It was above, stopping at 6 now, or to the household limit. So we need 4 to open up a restaurant, a private lounge. But of course, the restaurant is huge and spaced out, and of course you can go in there now all day and sit down and order like you can with the butler button in the private lounges. You still get the same offering. It's just obviously in our very spaced out restaurant. So yes, of course, couples and 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, everybody's welcome, and there's space. But of course we won't have as many people on resort. We'll be certainly
limited numbers still, isn't it, John, as well? So what sort of it's really safely monitoring the numbers on resort as well, aren't we, as we did over the summer?
Yeah, our primary aim, first and foremost, is to keep everybody safe and to make sure we follow the rules. So, we can't be overselling. That would be counterintuitive, because the HO will close us down. So, because it's not safe. But so we're going to be, half occupancy, and that will continue for as long as really the social distancing stays at the levels they are with the group rule of 6 and all the rest. So half or less, I would imagine on some breaks. So we'll see. But of course, half of those people will have private lounges.
Yeah.
So you're talking half, and then another half. Actually, you won't see them because they're going to be out of the way. And so actually on the main resort, it'll feel very, very comfortable and safe. Let's put it that way.
Good. Now, a big part of what we do, a lot of our regulars come back for the festive season. Now, Nicky, I know right now your head's in Christmas as well, isn't it? Because you're looking ahead to the festive season. Talk a little bit about what we can expect for the festive season and what we can look forward to.
Well, yeah, my head has definitely been in Christmas for the last few weeks, as Shane will testify, because he keeps walking in and I'm playing Christmas songs. Yeah. So I know the supermarkets have got all their Christmas bits and bobs out, but I'm joining them. I'm fully away singing along at the moment. So yeah, not only am I working on the Christmas show that we'll be performing several times a week for everybody coming on their breaks, but we're also looking at lots of other ideas using our beautiful self-terrace as well, so we'll be able to all get out there wrapped up and be listening to some more Christmas tunes. I'll be getting together with Yaz sometime soon, and we'll look at all of those offerings that we're doing, but it will be all the usual fun and laughter with you guys, and just getting everybody in the best Christmas spirit we can, and to celebrate getting to the end of this tough year, I think.
We'll need the celebration at that point, won't we? We'll need the celebration.
And the Christmas show, I mean, there is every Christmas song you could have possibly imagined in this Christmas show. I am packing it all in to make sure we tick everybody's box. We cannot disappoint anyone this Christmas.
And a big question I know that many people will be thinking, Buzby, any word on the naughty elves this year?
Oh, I don't know, because they got into a lot of trouble last year. There was 2 of them, and they got thrown out of our local supermarkets. They got thrown out of I can't even. I nearly told you then, but all I can say is John Potter's got their hotline. So if he calls them, there's a great chance. But I can't count on it. It's got nothing to do with me.
The naughty elves living up to their name there, then.
John, are you going to give them a call?
I'll see what I can do. I'll see if they're busy. They might be busy, Buzby, but I hope we'll be seeing them, and I hope they'll behave, Buzby.
Am I under the understanding that they paid you a visit 1 year?
They did, yeah. I was at home, and these naughty elves took the buggy from Potter's, which I don't want to get ourselves in trouble, but it wasn't insured, wasn't licensed for the road, and drove around the village and turned up at my house. And knowing what the naughty elves are like, and I was tipped off that these elves just arrived, I ran upstairs and hid in the bathroom.
Did they eat Amelia's breakfast and disrupt the household?
It was crazy. My daughter had a boyfriend for the first time round the house. I say for the book, and he just got really here, and then these elves turned up, and it was mayhem in the house. He must have thought we were a bonkers family.
So we've got a question now that's come up. John, will the World Bowl still take place in January? And again, something that many people have been asking over the last couple of weeks.
Yes, is the answer. We are working with the BBC, and we're working with the World Bowls tour, and of course some things will have to be different this year. But we hope that we will certainly be we'll be airing it. We have a duty and a responsibility, I think, to bowls to showcase the sport, and so that we will be looking to do. How many people, who gets to watch it, whether we stream, well, we will streaming it into the private lounges so that people can soak up the atmosphere there and still come down and enjoy the garden bars and everything else. So, we've got lots of opportunities the way we've laid the resort out, and, all being well. And of course, nobody knows because the rules change daily, and it is a challenge. But right now, the World Bowls is happening, and, it'll take a lot for that to be cancelled, even if we have to do it behind closed doors.
Brilliant stuff. Lisa Whitehead has left a comment there. Will masks be required to watch the show? Shane, you do a lot of the managing in the evenings. Is there something you can tell us about?
Yes, while you're watching the shows, you have to wear a mask. But if you have a drink, obviously you can take your mask off and drink. So, yes. To answer that question, when you are watching the show, we do ask you to wear a mask.
Of course, yeah, because not just over while the shows are going on as well, Nicky, during the quizzes and things like that, obviously is the law around the resort. You have to wear the mask. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. We are following the guidelines and the law. Really, we are absolutely making sure we're keeping everyone safe on resort, and that does mean wearing masks. So unless you are eating or drinking, then yes, there is a mask to be worn.
Sorry, John. Yeah.
Well, only to say, obviously, that we are with the all-inclusive drinks and the eating and everything else, and a lot of the venues people will be consuming drink, but we want people to keep everybody else safe. So we're encouraged. It's the law. We want people to wear masks, but of course, as Shane said and Nicky alluded to, you can't drink with a mask on, and you can't. So the law is really that you have to be seated while you're taking an order. We can't take orders from people standing up anymore. So you have to be seated, and you're ordering drinks or food. And of course, when that comes, then you have to, obviously remove your mask to consume it. So I think it is flexible in a restaurant/bar area, but at the same time, I would implore people to say, come on, guys, let's just mask up and keep a distance from everybody and have fun.
And the drinks, the waiter service is something we obviously did over the summer as well. So we know that it does work effectively across the resort. And of course, you can wear your own designed face masks in one of the craft sessions as well, can't you? So is there a new activity booking app as the one in the summer was a bit rubbish, is what it says there. Nicky, any comments on the rubbish booking app over the summer?
We have had our very, very clever technical programming people. I don't know the exact job titles, but they're very, very clever, and they've been working tirelessly for weeks and weeks and weeks now to create an absolute easy to use booking system, which will, all going well, be in place on Monday. We've been trialing it today. We've all been playing around with it. It's working a treat right now. So we've got a few little tweaks to make just to make it even easier, even better. And we have amazing Wi-Fi when everybody comes back on resort. So all of the little niggles that we had in the summer, which, to be honest, you know, in the time that we had and what we had to achieve, it worked as well as we could have possibly hoped, and I think everybody got to do the activities that they wanted to do. But this is just going to make it even easier and even better to book all your activities for your break.
And of course, we'll be on hand as well to help anyone out as well.
Yep.
Buzby, we've got a question here. Can Buzby sing happy birthday to Chloe Hardy as it's her birthday tomorrow?
Also,
yes, why not?
Also, Buzby, I believe that Chloe got engaged.
Oh, congratulations.
Am I right?
Might be the time to use the mute button, Mike. There we go. And John Potter, we noticed that you've got a horn behind you in your room as well. Are you going to join in, Buzby, with the happy birthday trumpet playing?
Oh, I have. I didn't even know. I forgot it was there.
There you go.
I don't think it works. I don't know. It's 100. I don't think this is going to work. No, no, I'm not.
No, there we go.
They are notoriously hard to blow. They are.
We wish that happened to Buzby's one. Buzby, we're gonna. Okay, Mark, will you still be doing the sausage roll challenge again? Big thing over the summer.
It actually was really funny over the summer. We did it out the South Terrace. I believe we'll find a way of doing something. You never know. It could be throwing marshmallows.
Bring your own sausage rolls.
Inside, so it might be different. But we'll look to see what the weather's like. Everything's all about weather.
Oh, we've got
social media.
Showing out the horn does work.
Celia's an expert on the horn.
Well done, Celia. Too much information, John.
Buzby, social media.
Yes.
Obviously, we're on our Facebook Live now for social media, and all our Facebook fans are a dedicated bunch. Will social media weekend be happening this year?
It won't be happening in February, which is unfortunate because we've lost all. Normally we do month by month and we get the 12 and whatever, but we are hoping as soon as everything calms down, we will kick it off again. But the great thing is, as what happens throughout the course of the summer, Facebook people socially distancing came through. So hopefully through the Christmas and the New Year, all you guys will be coming down. And yes, we do know you all, so we will be joining in, socially distancing the party at Potters.
I think you're right. And these Facebook Lives that we've been doing have been such a big hit, haven't they? So we'll be carrying these on into the future, won't we, Nicky? We'll be carrying on with these Facebook Live things to keep the community going. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. Our Facebook fans are so important to all of us. It was so lovely to see so many of them here in the summer, and you know, it'd be great to see them hopefully again before the end of the year, but we can keep in touch with them like this. This is finding this whole system and setup has been just brilliant for us all throughout lockdown and then before opening, and it's just a brilliant vehicle. So absolutely, we'll carry on using it.
I think
and more hashtag Jack chats as well. Joanne Wilson has said, do you have to wear masks doing sports? Shane, is that something you can answer for us in terms of the sports around the resort?
So a few of the sports are located outside, so you won't be, because obviously it's social distancing outside we can do. So obviously certain things you will have to wear a mask for, but like for instance, your archery, outside you won't have to wear a mask, but they're in your programs that we details what you'll have to wear a mask for and not. So we'll let you know for certain activities. We will let you know.
Yeah, of course, as always, we'll give you all of the information when you arrive on resort. But I think now more than ever, it's a good to properly read through everything, all the literature we give you when you arrive, because we do give you all the information, don't we?
Yeah.
So you don't, when you're doing exercises, you don't need to, or you don't need to, you can, but you don't need to wear masks when you are exercising in classes and that kind of activity, because of course, you know, it is it's an aerobic exercise. And on just while I've got the mic here, on the subject of those streams and what we're doing here on the Facebook Lives, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody out there, because, you know, it is difficult keeping going and coming up with, you know, battling on. I feel like we like the pepperoni man, you know, getting cut up and keep coming forward. And your support online and to see the feedback that we're getting and the encouragement that we get when we're walking around a closed resort, not just for me, but for the whole team. I think you guys have made it possible for us to keep positive and keep going and believe that despite whatever they throw at us, we will come back and find a safe way to get through all this and hopefully all out the other side to have lots of good times in the future. So streaming will continue because I think we, the team, we need you. Not the, we really do need you to keep us going. So thank you all. And well done. Well done to you, Jack Chat, and to Mike, and to Nigel, and to Brewer's House Party and Buzby for all the quizzes, and Nigel and Nicky, the work that's gone on behind, and the skills we've got in the team to be able to do all this live streaming has been, has blown me away. And without them, I don't know. You've all kept me sane. Let's put it that way.
It's just been really great to keep that connection and that family feel that Potters has going with everyone, despite not being able to see people. Will there be fun Halloween stuff and decorations and things like that? Nicky, what can we look forward to in terms of the Halloween stuff that we've got going on?
Well, we will be looking at our South Terrace into transforming it into some Halloween spooky atmosphere. We're already in plans for that. We've got something great entertainment for out there, but that South Terrace is going to be transformed for our half-term breaks in the Halloween season.
It's a great space, and it would be, silly not to use it, wouldn't we? So just a bit of a round-up before we go. I'm going to ask everyone what they're most looking forward to in terms of coming back on Monday. So I'm going to start with you as sort of, I know you're not the newest member of the team because you were, there long before I was, but as the newest one in this group for now, what are you most looking forward to moving forward? Yes.
Most looking forward to be honest, coming back already. It feels like I've never been away. I think everybody is so amazing. They all work together. What's happening? I can just like, but yeah, it's just been so amazing being back. Everybody just pulled together from departments to departments to get everything happening. And now we're pretty much ready to open and just can't wait to open the doors and to see everybody come for an amazing holiday and just give everybody a great time and memories to remember.
Brilliant stuff. And we were looking forward to seeing your face around the resort as well. I know Mark is definitely looking forward to seeing you. Yes, thank you very much for joining us this evening, giving up your evening for us, and we'll see you all. We'll see you very soon. Yes.
Amazing. Thank you.
Shane, I'm going to go to you next. Shane, what are you most looking forward to?
So I'm looking forward to more TikToks with obviously yourself, Buzby, Mark, and the rest of the team. Obviously, we've got so many more ideas to bring forward. And obviously, if you're not following us on TikTok, make sure you head over and give us a little follow.
Surely no TikToks. No more TikToks.
Keep them going. Got to keep them going, Mark.
Shane is the TikTok champion. He directs all of our TikToks. And Mark, he's even got you involved this year. Over the summer, we got you involved in a lot of TikToks.
I can't believe at my age I'm doing TikToks.
Absolutely.
And not only that, we make everyone join in as well. That's the cruel side. We got all the guests having a go as well. So I don't remember seeing JP doing a TikTok, though.
Maybe that's our aim for moving forward.
It is on the list.
In double denim. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey. I'm really excited. I am so excited about the October break. It's just looking forward to it yet again, seeing all the guests come back. We get so many regulars that it's great to actually catch up with everyone. It's funny watching all the messages. It doesn't matter what Jack and what we're all talking about. They're having their own discussions here.
Of course they are.
Rachel's asking to join the 5 men in her bubble. Then you get people asking that Mark Pentecost says you can join me in my bubble. And then we've got people saying everyone else is all talking to each other. And I was thinking, they're not even paying attention to you, Jack. You people stop.
I'm used to it by now, Mark.
But this is what they're like, and they are family, and they feel, Lynn Ange, happy birthday. I noticed that she wrote, it was my birthday, and then there's all these birthday messages coming up. So they're not even listening to you, John Potter. They're saying, oh, will he stop talking and let us talk to everybody else? But I am very excited, very excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking to Halloween and the fireworks, and then, of course, we kick into the Christmas. So everything step by step. People keep asking what we're going to do, and I think we've just got to get the first week out of the way, Nicky, haven't we?
No, just need to open.
Open up.
No, you're right there. Shane, like we said, we're looking forward to seeing your TikToks then. So we're going to say goodbye to you. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, Shane. We'll keep an eye out for you a little bit later on. Mark, you've said that you're obviously looking forward to
my little bits, and I think I'm still losing, so it's not really exciting. I'd rather be talking to you people. But Nicky, look forward to seeing you next week, and you, Buzz, JP, Jack.
Mark, well, let's get back to the football and see you soon. Well, Mark, thank you again.
See you all in October.
Buzz, moving to you now. Then, what are you looking forward to? Is it the welly weighing again? What we look forward? What are you looking forward to?
Everything. Just being on the resort and seeing people, the guests, the fun and laughter. We've all been working really hard behind the scenes, and we've got a plan. And we want you to see what our plan is, and we want it to work. And when it works, more people will come and enjoy the fun and laughter. This Potters is so different to everything else. And that's why we and everybody in our environment loves it so much with a passion. So I can't wait to start triggering it off. What characters can evolve, and what are we going to do? Who's going to sing that song? And just to watch the atmosphere building up. It's awesome. It's awesome. I can't wait. See you soon.
Great words there, Buzz. Thank you very much. Goodbye, Buzz.
Bye, Buzz.
See you later, Mamoose. Bye.
Yeah, and obviously we're going to get those Jack Chat mugs sorted out. That's the first thing I'm doing Monday morning. Nicky, you've been working tirelessly over the last couple of weeks, but what are you looking forward to moving forward?
Everything that everyone has really said, to be honest. In addition, I think the one thing that I always hear when I'm walking around resort with Rachel is people saying, we want to hear you sing more. We want to hear you sing more. Well, let me tell you, Rachel is going to be singing to your heart's delight. She's going to be doing more singing than she's ever done before, and she did a lot over the summer, and it was just amazing. The response. She had the full South Terrace out on their balconies from their private lounges, joining in and just having such fun with us. So seeing Rachel do more singing is something I'm really looking forward to. And she is also doing a feature, Get Your Steps Up with Rachel.
I'm intrigued.
I was intrigued too when she suggested it, but let me tell you, it's going to be fun. And we have Zach and Yasmin doing her playlist for this form of exercise, shall we say. So I'm looking forward to that. I might even join in.
If Rachel's involved, you know it's going to be fun as well.
Absolutely.
So again, I'm looking forward to that. Nicky, thank you very much for joining us this evening, giving us an insight on the future of entertainment at Potters.
Absolutely. Goodbye, everyone. Look forward to seeing you all.
Bye, Nicky. John?
Just me. Just the two of us now.
You now. John, what are you looking forward to most?
Well, I think personally, I want to see the bar come together, the new garden bar, because that's a big project which we're investing in. And I think also the Atlas Theatre is also having a makeover, and I'm looking forward to seeing that come to get back open and see that come to fruition. And as everyone said, really, I just want to see the place, open and people having fun again, of course. And I'm most looking forward to obviously getting my Jack Chat mug, and I'm just so desperate for a haircut as well. I've been cutting my own hair for the last 6 months, so lots of things to look forward to. But actually, to be proud of being able to offer. In the circumstances, as if you're going to leave home, it's, I think, as safe as it gets, because we can never say COVID safe. We can never say things are, 100% if you're going to leave your house. But if you're leaving your house, I honestly think that we're going to be providing the as safe as it gets alternative with a lot of fun and the most entertainment, the most sports activities, and the best, value in terms of food, drink, and everything else. And I think to be able to deliver that in the middle of safely in the middle of a pandemic with our private lounges and all of the things going on, I'm just very proud of all the team who have worked so hard to make this happen. And I'm not taking any of the credit. Honestly, it has been the team. And I don't. Always say I don't have a huge amount of specific skills. I wear lots of hats, but I delegate. I'm not sure if I delegate well or badly, but I trust the team, and the team never let me down. And I am so lucky that on Monday, I'm not worried. We're going to have a great time. So if you're thinking of coming in the autumn or next year, even if the rules change, and as long as we're able to operate, we will do so safely. And I think, at least getting out of the house and having a break. Sure, it can't be exactly the same. Sure, we've got to stick to the rules and be cautious about everybody's health. But there is no better place, and that is what I'm looking forward to seeing open again.
Lovely words. Thank you very much, John, for answering our questions and giving up your time as well. It's been great having you on. And yeah, we'll see you around the resort from Monday, I'm sure, as well. So with thank you to you and all of your team as well. Thank you, John.
Thank you. Well done to you as well.
Thank you. And thank you very much to all of you for watching. Keep an eye out on our Potters Facebook page for more of our Potters Live. And we hope to see you all very, very soon. It's been lovely getting some answers, hopefully, for you. So make sure you check out the new Potters, the all-inclusive. We're offering you everything there. But keep an eye on our Facebook page for more Jack Chat and plenty more from the rest of the team. From myself, Jack Jenkins, have a lovely evening and stay safe.